At the top of the screen, furthest away from the camera, is Olympia area rowing. Lane 2, Shaker Heights. Lane 3, Bromefield. Lane 4, Quad Cities. Lane 5, Seattle Rowing Center. Lane 6, Steel City. Early on, we've got 3, 4, 5 right here. Bromefield, Quad Cities, Seattle Rowing Center. Looks as Bromefield has a little bit of a lead here. Pushing out, trying to get a little bit of advantage. Let everybody else chase them. Let them look to watch the field behind them, see where they are, and then calculate their moves from there. We've seen other teams do this morning, push out front. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. But this Bromefield boat really seems to be taking off. But now look at this. We've got Olympia area rowing, Shaker, Quad Cities, Seattle Rowing Centers, boom, 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 all right there. Quad Cities falling off a little bit, Shaker moving up a little bit. Trailing the field right now is Lane 6, Steel City, in the yellow boat here.
First place between Bromefield and the Seattle Rowing Center right now. Bromefield, I know, is hoping to do it. Stroke Hart was 6th last year in this event at the 2010 Youth National Championships. I'm sure she wants to improve upon that. Reaching the 1,000 meter mark in the women's double A final. It's Seattle Rowing Center with a slight lead over Bromefield. 3rd place right now belongs to Y Quad Cities. 4th place, and a very tight 4th place, Shaker High School in lane 2. And at the back fighting for 5th right now, it's the Olympia area boat in lane 1 and Steel City in lane 6. Half a boat length lead for Seattle Rowing Center right now, while Bromefield continues to try to overtake them. Still just halfway through this race, and as you may have seen before in such races, it all comes down to the end, who's saved enough energy for that sprint, who has maintained contact and spacing that makes them competitive. Already some pressure building up. This will be an exciting finish for the women's double A final at the 2011 U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships as Seattle Rowing Center begins to lean into their oars and increase their lead over the 2nd place Bromefield boat. Meanwhile, Bromefield is fighting for that 2nd place with Y Quad Cities, who's picking up the pace as well. Passing through 1750 with the Seattle Rowing Center in the lead by 1 boat length. 2nd place to Bromefield. Y Quad Cities in 3rd place, but beginning to overtake Bromefield. Shaker High School in lane 2 in 4th place, and they're trying to maintain contact with that lead pack, but having difficulty. Meantime, it's Olympia area in 5th place and Steel City in 6th place. Best in the nation in women's doubles being decided right here on Melton Lake in Oak Ridge, Tennessee on this Sunday afternoon. Sun's beginning to come out, the heat and humidity beginning to build slightly, but still a reasonable day for rowing. As Y Quad Cities begins to exert themselves, Y Quad Cities has surpassed Bromefield for 2nd place, is now challenging Seattle Rowing Center for 1st place. We're looking for the women's double A final to finish in an exciting manner with 500 meters to go. Seattle Rowing Center, which has been holding the lead, is beginning to give ground as Y Quad Cities begins to pick up the pace and dig in. They are in lane 4, and they are now just about a quarter of a boat length back. Meanwhile, Bromefield, 6th last year in this race, last in the A final. They are trying to do better than that with Hart at stroke. Hart was in that 6th place boat last year. I know she wants to do better. She's in 3rd right now. Glances over her shoulder to see where Y Quad Cities and Seattle Rowing Center are. And it looks like, yes indeed, Y Quad Cities now in the lead and increasing their lead over Seattle Rowing Center. 250 meters to go in the women's double A final for the 2011 U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships. Y Quad Cities in the lead and increasing as Seattle Rowing Center's in 2nd place. Bromefield in 3rd place, trying to overcome that 2nd place right now with less than 250 to go.
What a huge push by Quad Cities. taking the lead from Seattle Rowing Center. Bromfield holding on for third place. Maybe Miss Hart's going to pick up a bronze this year. Just not as nice as gold, but it's better than sixth. Quad Cities, huge move. Through that third 500, put the hammer down. Last 500, just putting Seattle Rowing Center away here. They're moving to open water. It looks like Bromfield, they're moving, I don't think enough to get Seattle Rowing Center. Quad Cities, look at this. Open water, at least a boat length, as they come into the last 10, 15 strokes of this race. Bromfield, oh boy, they're putting it to Seattle Rowing Center. I don't know if they're going to get them, but boy, they are rowing very high, very hard. Seattle Rowing Center not really responding. So we have national champions, Quad City. Second place, silver, Bromfield. Bronze, Seattle Rowing Center.